Okay, we're back again, and in this tutorial, I would like to share with you just how to physically put together the accessories with the Avazzia, and then maybe a brief discussion on how to get started in using it. So let's first talk about the ear clips. Your ear clips will come in a little Ziploc bag, and they look like this. And you're going to take your two-way splitter cord, the red and black cord, and if you look at one part of your ear clip is rounded. Now that's going to be the front of your ear clip. You slide the cord right into the hole, into the rounded part. And then go ahead and do the other. And then these two-way splitter cords have a little plastic slider here. And sometimes the first time you're using your cord, it can be a little tricky. I take my finger and my thumb and I just push really hard and then slide it down. You're not going to break anything, so don't worry about that. And then you're just going to take your cord and pull it apart as far as you'd like. That's how, otherwise it starts up way up here and that's too tight for the ear clips. So you want to take your thumbnail and just pull down on that little plastic slider and then peel your cords apart until you have the appropriate width you'd like. Now, when you do ear clips, you do want to remove earrings if you wear them. You're going to put one clip on each ear. To me, it doesn't really matter which goes on which, the red or the black. I always say that hand knows, so just grab them intuitively and put them on. And the rounded part is forward. Now, the reason why we place ear clips on our ears is because this is the brain in acupuncture. This is the acupuncture point for brain. And so we're going to be dispersing this usable energy right to our brain to start creating that whole brain state, to that relaxed state, bringing our autonomic nervous system into all is well state, an open state where all healing occurs and relaxation and the sense of well-being. So once you have your ear clips on, you can plug in the other side to the unit, to the right-hand side of your unit. It doesn't matter if you do it in that order. You can plug this in first, then put on your ear clips. It's up to you. You're going to slide the unit on the left-hand side, and you will see it will start and relax. And then all the on ear clips and the pads, the TENS pads, all the lights then will light up. It is still on the program you set it on, so it's still on relax, but because of how the energy is trying to scan and read on this particular unit, you'll see that all the lights light up, and that's perfectly okay. Then what you'll want to do is adjust your intensity. Again, you're going to take and hold the plus button, and you can hold it down so it can go up faster or one at a time. And all you're looking for is a slight tapping or the experience of some energy coming into your ears. Now, you may find that it comes in one ear and not the other, but very quickly you'll notice as the energy goes through the base of the brain and it's trying to work with that whole brain, that you'll start perceiving it on both sides, usually within 30 seconds to a minute. Very, very quickly, it starts to put the brain in that relaxed whole brain state. And then as it starts to do its magic, it may tap back and forth. You may have to adjust your intensity a little bit and take it down once the breakthrough has happened with the energy. And then people always ask me, well, how long do I do ear clips? Well, even doing them for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes is helpful. You know, if you have a pause at work or if you just want to, take a break and relax in your car a few minutes before you drive home or whatever the case may be. Putting yourself in ear clips is really essential. It really helps us just keep staying inside of us and keeping us in that centered, calm place, which is where we are to really live. And that's where we feel the best as well. What you may notice if you are on ear clips a little while, You can do it up to an hour. It's up, the device will shut off naturally after an hour. It defaults with a shut off. But if your ears start to feel pinchy at all, or if you start to feel antsy, that's your indicator that your body is talking to you and saying, yeah, I think we've had enough. So just start to pay attention to the energy and to what your body's doing and the sensations. So that's ear clips. And to me, this is one of the most important things you can do for yourself right now with all the craziness and the changes we're being asked to go through on this planet. Next, let's look at the TENS pads. Now, the TENS pads are these sticky pads. They come in a section of 4 of them. You're going to use 2. So you're going to plug in your red and black cord again. I personally like to tell the people I work with to purchase an additional 2-way splitter cord, one for the TENS pads and one to keep the ear clips on. Partly because those ear clips are small, and if you take them on and off, there's a chance people lose them or misplace them, or sometimes they get loose. So it's just for ease of use to have a cord for ear clips and a cord for the pads. Now, we use the pads when we want to do what I call a passive treatment, where you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to rub a probe on me, but my knee's kind of bothering me or my shoulder kind of is tight. And this is a great way to disperse the energy while you're still watching your favorite movie or reading or whatever we do other than giving ourselves treatments. So you're just gonna go ahead and place the red and black cords, one in each pad, and these are self-adhesive. You're gonna peel them off and stick them on your body wherever you wanna do a treatment. Now, when you use the pads, what I see is that wherever you have placed the pads on the body, you are telling the body, pay attention to this area. It's like a relay race of energy. The energy is going to go back and forth between the 2 places where you have placed the pads. So the red is the treating, it disperses the energy, the black is the reading. It will read what's happening with the tissue. So what they do recommend, if you use the pads vertically on the body, like say you want to work on your knee and your ankle, place the red one closest to the heart. And that's easy to remember because red heart. And that's just a recommendation. And then put the other one by the ankle. And then you can just set it on the appropriate program and let it go. Again, how long do you do it? You know, if you're doing a body treatment, probably 20 minutes, half hour, you can, again, go up to an hour. But you probably don't require to do a treatment longer than an hour. Usually 30, 40 minutes is sufficient because we're giving the body energy and then we're letting the body work with that energy. Remember how to run the energy in the most original way for us. So those are the TENS pads. That's for passive treatments. Another way we can disperse energy is through our Y-bar. And I already shared with you how, in the other video, how to put the Y-bar together, but we have this rubber protector. The end of the plug goes on that for protecting the cord. It plugs into the bottom of the Y-bar and then slides on. You plug the other side into the side of your Avazzia. You're gonna turn on the device. You'll hear the beep. And when you do use the Y-bar for dispersing energy, it's great for necks and stuff. You can just kind of place it where you want it, and you're just gonna hold it as you up your intensity until you can perceive a little bit of the energy coming in. Remember, the intensity is about comfort. More is just more in energy. It's just about getting it to that level where you can perceive it coming in. And then you're just gonna, what we call paint with energy. You're just gonna paint up and down. And if you get to a spot where the probe wants to stick, we call those stickies. And what's happening with that is the body is actually saying, wait, we want the energy here. Stay here a little while. And it usually takes, so you're gonna keep the bar there and dose energy. Maybe sometimes it only takes 30 seconds to a minute. And all of a sudden that probe will have broken through, made a new pathway of energy, and you can keep moving on to the next place. So you can go ahead and just continue to paint all around with the relax until you're ready to do the actual second part of your treatment. We'll go into protocols in another video. So the last thing I just want to quickly cover is you can also apply the energy directly with the unit. There's a treatment plate on the back of the unit. If you do not have anything plugged in here, the energy will default dispersing here when you turn on your device. So the outside is the treating, the inside is the reading. And when you can just use your Avazzia directly to disperse the energy, but you want to make sure you have it flat, that both of these plates are making contact as you're doing it. And same thing, you might run into some stickies. You just keep it there and dose, and very quickly you'll be able to move it again. So that's just a quick tutorial on different ways you can apply the energy with your Avazzia device using the accessories. I'll go into further protocols in another video. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.